Hello everybody, I have just come across this Greek yogurt from Aldi supermarket and it is a very confusing product. So if you want to know why, keep watching this video. So this is the yogurt I was telling you. Brooklyn Greek yogurt, 10% fat, bought from Aldi superstores. And the first thing that I've noticed, which you normally find in any products produced in Greece, there's no Greek flag anywhere. Or the particular logo of a product that indicates that it has been produced in Greece. The only indication that it has been produced in Greece, let me just find it. It's here, which says just produced in Greece using Greek milk. Now, normally you expect those kind of logos to appear because every supermarket wants to show that, when it has a Greek product, it's actually a Greek product produced in Greece. So I was slightly surprised that there was no indication of, for example, which producer in Greece produces it on behalf of Brooklyn or on behalf of Aldi or anything like that. So I did a little bit of research and I came across an article that said that somebody bought this particular brand at Aldi one day. It wasn't on this particular pot. It was in another pot that reminded her of the Müller yogurts produced by the German company Müller. So she got in touch, or the people that did the article got in touch with Aldi, and they did confirm that Müller, apart from its own branded yogurts, was producing this on behalf of Aldi as well. So I'm slightly confused here, because is Müller producing this particular yogurt using a factory in Greece? I don't know. I will definitely do some more digging and let you know in another update. So let's go to the ingredients list. Now, one of the worrying, let's say, signs of this particular yogurt is the energy, the calories per 100 grams, 132 calories. Now, if you remember in another episode of the Greekosophy channel where I talked about Greek yogurts and I compared the Greek yogurts you find in the UK supermarkets compared to the natural yogurts, etc. And a link to that video will appear somewhere here in that corner of your screen. The Greek yogurt Fage was only 54 calories per 100 grams. And the reason for this was because the Greek yogurt is strained a lot more times, 4 times, I think. So most of the whey is gone away, and therefore the fat content of the Greek yogurt is lower than normal yogurts. And on that particular video, we tried 3 other yogurts that were not Greek, the highest content of which was 125 grams per 125 calories per 100 grams, and that was a full fat yogurt. So this particular one, even though it says 10% fat, it has more calories than the full fat yogurt that we saw, which it doesn't really make sense. Now the sugar content, 3.2 grams, looks similar to the Fage one, to the Greek yogurt. So we are okay on that. And with regards to the protein, only 6.4 grams. Again, the protein content is quite low. The Greek yogurt in our previous video was 10.3 grams instead of 6.4. Again, a lot of concerns about this particular one. So let's open it. Now, I have to warn you that somebody in my household already opened it and have a go. So somebody has already had a taste of it. So I'm going to open it. A little bit of liquid there. So I'm gonna do the spoon test, and you can see already that is not as thick. The spoon sort of moves about and is gonna fall off. It's falling off. So you can see it's not as thick as a proper Greek yogurt. It's quite creamy. It's very creamy, very, very creamy. So let me try and see what I'm saying here. You can see. Let's give it a try. This is a very blunt yogurt. It's not as thick as it should be. Its consistency is almost that of a natural sort of kind of yogurt. When I say natural, you know, the one you find in the UK. Not that the Greek yogurt is not natural. Of course it's natural. It doesn't have the tanginess you expect of a Greek yogurt. In fact, it doesn't have any taste whatsoever. You can I don't know what to make of it. I don't like the taste at all. It's very blunt. But considering it's only 10% fat, its consistency its texture is very fatty. Is very fatty. It's as if it has a lot of fat in it. And clearly on the nutritional facts part, it has 10% fat. 10 grams per 100 grams of yogurt. So I really don't know. I really don't know how they managed to have so much fat in a 10% fat yogurt. But as I said, guys, apologies for the lighting, etc. I'm just sitting in my kitchen now, no professional lighting or anything. I just want to make sure that the minute I've tasted that yogurt, I have made that video and uploaded as quickly as possible. Sorry, Aldi, this particular one, I am very, very confused. It doesn't have the texture, the taste, the consistency, the nutritional numbers that you'd expect from a traditional Greek yogurt. Apart from says made in Greece, it doesn't have any other information at all as to who produces it in Greece. It doesn't have the normal logos you'd expect from a product that is produced in Greece. A lot of saturated fat, 9.5 grams. As I said, I'm not really 100% sure if this is actually a proper Greek product. So definitely not something that I would like to eat. It doesn't have to be Greek as long as it's tasty. And this one is very bland to be a yogurt. It reminds me of there is, you know, sometimes restaurants want to make tzatziki, for example, and they don't want to pay so much money for the cost of a proper Greek yogurt because it's quite expensive. There is a byproduct. It's not yogurt. We call it, what is it called? Edesma. And it comes in big 5, 10, 20 kilo boxes. And it tastes foul. Now this is what this tastes like. Edesma rather than proper Greek yogurt. It says authentic Greek yogurt. Unfortunately, it doesn't taste at all like one. But as I said, I will dig in. I may even have to write to Aldi and find out who produces that in Greece, just to make sure that it is actually produced in Greece. And I will update you as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep on looking for Greek products in UK supermarkets, and I will be updating you as soon as I find some and trying them. See you guys.